Hello, Mina here with Mina's Bookshelf Mystical Den. Thank you for tuning in for another deck review. This is the Curious Travels Tarot deck by Amelia Rosier, published about a month and a half ago by US Games. US Games sent me a review copy. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to get to know this deck. Although I have to say, I already knew this deck. I had my heart set on it since it was first released as an independently produced deck. I followed the entire Kickstarter campaign, and I always intended to get a hold of a copy as soon as it was available after the campaign. So I was really thrilled to know that actually a major publisher picked it up for mass market production. So I'm familiar with the decks, with the deck. I actually followed the entire creative process on Instagram when Amelia Rosier was creating the deck and posting consistently pictures of the artwork. This deck is gorgeous, and it really gave me an incredible joy to read with it for the past month and a half. Beautiful two-part box with details of the cards all around it. I have to say the mass market edition of the deck actually is basically the same as the independently produced one, in the sense that all those beautiful details, like a nice box, a nice book, gold foil on the box, and the cards, have been kept also for the mass market edition. The inside of the box comes in this beautiful yellow, bright yellow. This is the color of happiness for me, and the it's also one of the color themes of the deck. Beautiful, bright watercolor and ink artwork with accents in gold paint. This is the guidebook, very nice, with a Hierophant on the cover. It's very streamlined, very easy, not too much information, and I like it this way. The Curious Travel Tarot deck, created by Amelia Rosier, is comprised of 79 original watercolor illustrations, so there's an extra card. This deck is a product of love and inspiration, created with materials inherited from her grandmother. Throughout the creative process, each card was hand-drawn in a ballpoint pen, painted in watercolor, and detailed with sparkling gold leaf paint. I love the artwork, it's very whimsical. It follows the RWS tradition, the system, the symbology, for the most part. I would say a good 80% of the cards. Other cards, the creator really followed their inspirations in the way she rendered the concepts, the ideas, the archetypes, and I'm fine with that. I can speak also for those less expert readers, and I think that the deck really is an easy tool to work for your readings. You can easily tell the meanings of the cards. There is a very brief introduction, then we go directly into the cards details instead of the thumbnails from each of the arcana. A paragraph for the presentation of the card, upright and reversed meaning. It's the same for both major arcana and minor arcana. There is one spread suggested at the end that I would like to try with you, and informations about the creator. Amelia Rosier is a young illustrator from Connecticut who has always been very fond of creative and mystical things. I've been using this deck for personal readings for myself and other people, and the response that I have received, the feedback that I got about the artwork, was extremely positive. The artwork really has a joyful vibe about it. It's very appealing for the colors, for the images, for the artistic choices, and for this reason, the deck is not in order anymore. Please forgive me. I've been working with it quite a bit. I actually did a reading for a client this morning with using this deck. And we're going to go through the cards one by one. These are the backs. They're the same as in the indie version. The cards are slightly bigger than a conventional standard tarot deck card. I'll grab one for comparison. It's printed on a beautiful linen finished cardstock. The cardstock is quite flexible, so even if the cards are a little bigger, it's very easy, even for somebody with small hands like me, to do the riffle shuffle. Absolutely no problem with that. The cards are slippery. This is the typical cardstock of the playing cards. I really like it. Love that choice. So for comparison, just to give you an idea, I'm going to pull a card out. Okay, this is the Vagabond Wild. It's an indie deck, but it's very traditional in dimensions of the card, so you can see there's quite a bit of a difference. So let's go into it directly. Let's look at the cards. Six of Swords. See these beautiful gold foil details, very bright watercolors. Wheel of Fortune, pretty traditional. Three of Coins with these orca dolphins. This idea of collaboration. They live and hunt and travel in pods, in groups, so they everything together. The theme of collaboration, teamwork comes through, even if the creator used animals. And animals will appear throughout the deck in several cards. Not only humans and animals, also anthropomorphized creatures. Eight of Cups. I actually did a reading with this card, and the little character here standing on the 8 cups, standing so neatly stacked. The message that I got through that is that happiness is a choice, and it's an inside work. You are one of the cups. You are carrying that potential for happiness within yourself. Sometimes it's not even about taking that journey, leaving things behind. Sometimes you have to journey within, inside, to find the motivation to be happy every day. 5 of Wands. King of Wands. I like the humor in this card. As you know, in its most challenging aspect, the King of Wands can be a little bit of a manipulator, a control freak. So we have this King of Wands holding 2 little figures here, 2 little black silhouettes in his hands. So he's really in control. 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Swords, the resourcefulness of the fox. 9 of Wands. Very creative artist. 9 of this is the Hermit. It feels to me like the journey has ended already. The Hermit is knowledge and wisdom and clarity himself, with this star right in his face instead of being here in this lantern. 7 of Wands with the orangutango. Queen of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. 7 of Cups. 9 of Swords. Beautiful blue. 10 of Swords. No rising sun here in the back, but we have the moon. High Priestess. I love to see the veil covering her face for an extra energy of mystery and secrets. Ace of Pentacles. 5. It's a waste of resources here with this pentacle broken in front of this individual. Four of Pentacles. This is a very interesting card, the way she did it with these two crowds of people walking in the opposite direction. Actually, we're going to use this card to see how the guidebook reads. In the Four of Pentacles, a man grips a gold coin close to his chest. Three other coins over nearby, below his feet and atop his head. They are his most precious possessions. Hordes of people flood the streets around him, moving in the opposite direction. They seem to be infatuated and excited by life, leaving the man behind with his coins. He will be the victim of his own avarice. It feels like he's quite isolated in his attempt to hold on to material things instead of going with the rest of the crowd and enjoying life. Strength, beautiful card featured on the box. Four of Cups. This one makes me laugh every time I see it, because we know how it's gonna go. You know, when you tilt the chair like that, you might end up falling backward. Ace of Wands. The Fool, very interesting depiction with the monkey trying to feed a crocodile. How dangerous and daring that is. The Five of Cups. The Sun card. The Judgment card. Eight of Pentacles. The Tower. The crown didn't pop off though. And there's a sea of actually flames instead of crashing waves. Death. Three of Cups. King of Pentacles. Hangman. Eight of Wands. Two of Swords with a blind cow. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Two intertwined earthworms for the Two of Cups. Three of Swords, pretty traditional. The Ace of Swords. So as you can see, the images are really easy to read, even when, like in this case, we don't have the traditional depiction of people celebrating a wedding. These two bees dancing in the air are actually celebrating probably their honey harvest. They worked really hard and they got sweet results as a consequence, and now they can celebrate. Six of Pentacles with two very balanced scales, so equal give and take. The Star card. You know, this star appearing here on the people's faces and covering their facial traits, it's a very common theme in this deck, throughout the deck. Nine of Pentacles, like pouring cups. Two of Wands, very nice detail here to signify the reluctance to actually abandon the shore and take a step towards your destination, whichever one you choose. There's a sense of stagnancy here with this rope around her ankle attached to the tree. So very smart. The Moon, very clever way to represent that archetype. Six of Cups, beautiful. 10 of Pentacles with a family of elephants, and I have one right here, one of my favorite animal spirits for that sense of longevity and long-lasting wealth. Travelers, this is the bonus card. Let's read from the guidebook what is the meaning of this card. I normally don't keep the bonus cards in the deck, but this one, I really like it because for me, this deck really embodies the energy of a Sagittarius, and I'm a Sun sign Sagittarius. So that idea of traveling, discovering, being curious, being adventurous, being open to learning, experiencing new things. The Traveler's card was created by the artist specifically for the Curious Travels Tarot deck. It signifies forward motion and adventure. It's optional for the reader to include it. If pulled in a reading, it has the same meaning regardless of orientation. You're bound for fresh experiences, and it is important not to lose yourself in the wave of new opportunities and fresh faces. Take time to reflect on past memories and cherish them as you step into something new. Do your best to document these new adventures as you begin. Start a photo book, video diary, or journal. Your future self will thank you for it. The Knight of Swords, the Magician. I mean, here I'm a little perplexed because I see the cup, I see the pentacles. His hand, he has a wand in his hands. There's this magic tree here with this face. I don't know if you can see it, but I don't see the swords. At least I don't. Three of Wands. The Temperance card. No cups in this card, but he is balancing with one foot on the ground and one foot in the water. The Emperor, one of these anthropomorphized characters, with a book under his elbow for knowledge and power and determination. Then we have the Ten of Wands with this poor stag. The Eight of Swords. Don't you love these colors, these blues and these reds? They're amazing. King of Swords. Queen of Swords. No matter how many times I shuffle this deck, these two cards are always together. Knight of Pentacles. Beautiful, I like this. This is my favorite card in the deck. The Nine of Pentacles. Look, she is wealth and abundance herself. Five of Swords, and I'd like to see that this guy has bandages all around his head, because this is a victory that comes to with a high price to pay, which is personal wounds. Nobody really wins in this card. Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. The Empress, gorgeous card. The Chariot with the horses of different colors, faces in two different directions, and the determination and the strength and willpower that it takes to make a decision and get those horses to combine their energies and their strength onto one path. The Page of Swords, the Six of Swords. We have the horse with the wreath, the victory wreath here, but not the knight on the horse. Two of Pentacles. Look how many arms. Is really juggling so many things. A sleepless Four of Swords. As you can see, she's actually not sleeping. She's quite aware of these three swords pending on her head. Knight of Wands, beautiful, on fire. King of Cups is a fish. The Knight of Cups, pouring water, then fishes all over him. The Queen of Cups, interesting, they're together. The Hierophant, featured on the cover of the book. The Page of Cups, I love this card. This is probably one of the very few where you can actually see the facial traits, because in all the other cards, the humans have very generic faces with no traits at all. The Lovers, I love this card. Justice, walking on a tightrope, trying to keep balance. The World card, very nice, with the Dancer of the World. The Devil with very loose chains around their heads. The Ten of Cups. See, they have stars on their faces. And the Page of Wands. Let's give it a quick shuffle. And let's do that Curious Traveler spread, just to show you how it works, how it looks. But keep in mind that this might be a reading for somebody out there who's watching this video, so please let me know. I'm always curious, and sometimes it happens that these bonus readings that I do at the end of a review walkthrough to demonstrate how the deck works actually hit the spot with somebody. So please let me know if they apply to you, if they resonate with you at all. cutting the deck in three and grabbing the cards from the top of the deck to answer the questions of this spread. This is the Curious Traveler spread. So you're itching for a new adventure because Eight of Pentacles, because you want to learn something and you want to master it. You want to learn something new and you want to master it. Very nice. Number two, before starting out, keep in mind the High Priestess, that there are things that you don't know. This is one of the typical classic situations where the only thing you know is that you don't know. There are things, secrets, things that are still in the dark that you need to discover, to learn. As you take action, be wary of judgment. This is about editing. Revisions and editing are very important, especially with the Mercury retrograde as heavy as the one we are going through right now. It's always important to take a second look at whatever you're doing. Try to rethink, review it. Make sure it's like measure twice and cut once in this case for me before you make any major decision. Number four, how do you see yourself changing throughout the pursuit of these goals? Six of Cups, you're reconnecting with something you were passionate in the past. You were passionate about in the past. So reconnecting with something that makes you really happy. As you go forward, what should you hold close to your heart? The Eight of Cups. Whatever this entails, it might need a separation from something else. In order for you to embrace this new adventure that requires studying and knowledge and applying yourself and reviewing and maybe reconnecting with something that made you happy in the past, it will also mean that you will need to leave something else behind, something that doesn't gratify you anymore, something that doesn't is not meant for you. All right, bottom of the deck, the Page of Coins. I really feel like this new adventure I'm talking about might be a new course of studies. It could be a new job for somebody, a new project. All right, so this was my bonus reading, walkthrough and review of the Curious Travels Tarot deck by Amelia Rosear. I definitely give it 5 stars. And my viewers, please let me know what you think about the deck in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if you wish to receive a personal reading, maybe even just with this deck, your choice, please contact me at the email address that you can find in the description of this video. Thank you so much. Many blessings to all.